What can we expect from the new album? Producers, MCs?
We're not really leaking that information yet.
Are you?
I'd love to tell you because
it's a little.
you're a good supporter. But
it's a little early.
This record, we're not announcing dates. We're not announcing producers. We're not announcing who's on it. Nothing.
I kind of announced one guest today though on Twitter. So
who's the one guest?
Thurston Howell.
He might not really be on it.
Nah, he's gonna be on it.
He might.
He's gonna be on it, but today I revealed that.
Okay. What can we expect different from a brand you can trust until the new album? There's got to be a little bit you can tell us.
The masters of the dark arts. It's dark. It's harder. It's harder. It's just not. There's nothing like the Stain on this record, and it's not so far. And it's not.
Both songs are dope.
It's not gonna be. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. I mean, we wouldn't. Of course. I don't say that to criticize the record, previous record.
Mm-hmm.
Just why make the same record, again? You know what I mean? It's boring. You gotta always flip it up.
Let's talk about the influence that you did with Heavy Metal Kings, your solo album. When you guys come into the Coka Nostra as a full group, those different influences that you bring from the other things you have done, how do they affect Coka?
I don't think those are influences. I think that's other projects that we do. It's like if you mix vodka and orange juice, it tastes one way. If you mix vodka with something else, it tastes another way. So Heavy Metal Kings, it's Heavy Metal Kings. My solo shit is my solo shit. When you get with Coka, you get a different thing. It's not one influences the other. It's we influence individually as different elements each project. You know what I'm saying?
Can you guys talk a little bit lyrically about where you're going to go with Coka? Because the last album was, as far as hip hop is concerned, you guys really touched on a little bit more than most hip hop groups do. You addressed a lot of situations, and a lot's changed in the world since then.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do. For me, just coming up, always listening to hardcore and metal too. It's like I almost take more of that kind of an approach lyrically than a lot of hip hop stuff. Not to say that hip hop isn't socially conscious, and going back even to Grandmaster Flash and all that. So it's like that's an influence in Public Enemy and all that kind of stuff. But political, anti-political, whatever it is, it's gonna be in the music. So we're all we pay attention to what's going on. We're all into the world around us and allowing that to come into the lyrics.
Great. That's another question I wanted to lead into was outside of hip hop influence. I know you were interviewed at the Big Four concert. You talked about your influence of metal, but outside of hip hop, what influences you guys in your writing? What influences you in your music? And obviously the lyrics. Bill, first.
You mean musically? Like what
musically and lyrically, what really influences you outside of hip hop?
Outside of hip hop, just my library is insane. Like I'm a book collector, so it's like I just like to read all different stuff. A lot of nonfiction. I don't really read too much fiction. It's pretty much just nonfiction.
There was a pun in there.
Yeah, didn't mean for that. But yeah, so
there was a pun in there.
Yeah, just a lot of that and almost biographical. I like to do that almost at least once an album. If you pay attention to any album I'm involved in, there's something biographical, something from the point of view of somebody else, kind of like taking on that persona of that person. Usually 99.9% of the time, somebody from that you read about, somebody that did something probably pretty fucked up,
Yeah. So, Slaine, outside of hip hop, what influences you in your music and your?
I think anything that's going on in life influences me. Personal situations, what's going on in the world. Even just directly, just on this tour, me and Bill been on certain shit or whatever, or we'll be on the phone talking shit, it could be me and Danny, could be me and Bill, whatever, and getting into, sometimes I get on the phone with him and be like 2 or 3 hours go by, and I won't even realize it, we'll just be, wow.
That's we chop it up a lot on the phone because we live in different cities, right? So it's like we definitely do a lot of phone combos. Danny has come up with a bunch of different concepts on the record, and he's always been that way,
He's very creative.
yeah, just
sometimes Bill will lay something down first, or I'll lay something down first, and then that influences me too. I think we influence each other. You know, like I'll even hit Bill up and be like, "Damn, man, you fucking made my job hot on this one," you know. And then I gotta go there with it, and I think it's kind of the same thing with everybody in the group. So,
yeah, we kind of do that. It's like a friendly competition amongst brothers, you know, and that's what keeps our sword sharp. You know, that's like, you know, we don't really associate with whack motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It's like pretty much anybody that we fuck with is dope. You know what I mean? We're pretty critical of shit. You know what I mean? We have experience in this shit as far as being fans outside of just listening. You know, from an artistic point of view, we listen as fans to music, and a lot of shit out there sucks. Most of our homies, you know, are the best in the game. Our homies are the best in the game.
We roll with a lot of legendary dudes, man. So yeah, you gotta keep your game sharp.
Dudes that have been doing it longer than us. You know what I mean? And some dudes that's maybe a little younger too. You know what I mean? It's like all across the spectrum. Our team is the best.
Yeah, you've given new guys like producers like Slaine, for example, a little bit of a step up in the game and whatnot. Is that important to you? Is that what you want to do? You want to bring up guys that are on the same level as yourself?
Lance is a beast. Lance, you could contrast what Lance does as a young dude, his early 20s. Contrast that to a dude named Lethal, that's a legend. And yet they both chop it up on the phone and email beats back and forth to each other, and it's like a mutual respect, regardless of how long either of them have been in the game.
I mean, it comes down to skills at the end of the day. You know, if you look back to the early days of Coka, that's how I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the dude that people were Slaine. You know what I'm saying? See me rhyming next to Bill and have the last.
He brought an energy into the Coka that wasn't there. You know what I mean? Everybody brought something different. He brought that new energy, being the youngest dude in the group, and just that fire that like just was really like the spark in a lot of ways for the Coka. You know what I mean? Literally.
Like with producers, and it's always good to have like a fresh approach and sound, and somebody who's like really hype on shit. So it's good to, you know.
Coka started with him and Danny.
Mm-hmm. You know, and it was Danny taking me out of nowhere to kind of put me on, you know, sign a production deal with Lethal early on before any of that stuff happened. But you know, you always gotta look. Talent respects talent, you know. So when you see like a young dude like Slaine who's really dope, you know, it's not like, oh, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, let's do good some fire.
And how's the tour been so far? Have you guys played any new stuff, or how's the crowd been responsive to you?
We've been doing a lot of album stuff.
Because this is the first time up in Canada for you guys, right?
Yeah, the first time since Coka's been on tour up here. Yeah, Coka's never been here. Right. And yeah, that's why we've been doing a lot of Brandon You Trust stuff, solo stuff as well. You know, just balancing it out. But Coka's always done that regardless. Mm-hmm. But you know, just like a taste, like a smorgasbord, sorts. You know, just everything we do.
Yeah, anytime we do the Coka shows, we do stuff from non-fiction, House of Pain, Slaine, Special Team, whatever it is. But you know, this tour is a little different. It's Coka, but you know, Eric couldn't get into the country, and you know, we have it's a different show than we've done as Coka because it's.
We ain't doing jump around. There's no jump around tonight.
Right. You know
what I mean?
Right. But you know, we dipped into a lot of non-fiction stuff, some Bill stuff, some Slaine stuff, some Coka stuff. It's all Coka. Anyways, at the end of the day, so
everything we do, you know. Look, Coka is a crew. It's not just like a hip hop group. It's a crew, like Wu-Tang or AOTP, right? You know what I mean?
Traffic with the vertical. White man can't jump now. I can dump songs from a shotgun pump. I come from a hood you do not come from. If you think I'm no good, take a shot, dummy. Come and try to take shit from me, little rookie. Lick me out of cookies so crummy. I ain't know the dealer or the boogie, no buddy. All into the world, cause the rookie's all funny. $99 up here on the wall. $99 in the air on the wall.
Yeah, what up? This is Slaine representing for Action Recon.
This is Ill Bill, Action Recon, y'all.